Hello there, this is Micah, and welcome to the final video of the 7 levels of energy series. Whew, we've had quite a time, right? We've talked about a lot of things. Again, just to review the 7 levels. Level 1, I lost. Level 2, I win, you lose. Level 3, I win. Level 4, I help. Level 5, I win, you win. Level 6, I see. And level 7, I am. And if you've stayed around for all of them, you realize how deep of a concept they are. They do touch on spiritual things. So a little bit in my own life, I was raised in a very hyper-religious environment, and then in my 30s I went through a non-religious time where I kind of came out of that, what I was raised in, went through another thing. They kind of come back to a reality of there are a lot of stories we get told right now that aren't really helpful to the overall story, but there is definitely a spiritual nature to all this. There is a way that as you mess with the energies, you realize how you vibe with the excuse me, how you vibe with the environment around you, right? And that is the point, because as humans, we are not the same at all. Our quality is in the fact that we are just the same species. Our experiences are completely different. However, there are universal tools available to each of us that if we can all use them, and they will create for us personally the lives that are meant for us to live, is what they do. That's what this tool does, is once you learn how to rise above the ones that tear you down when you should not be in them, and then use the top 4, once you rise above 1 and 2 and are using 3 to 7 intentionally, you will spend the majority of your time in a place internally where you're at peace, where you are operating from a place on purpose. You'll have the ability to notice that I'm not at peace. Why is that the case? Sometimes our peace is disturbed, and that's okay. It's just part of it. It's just part of life. It's part of what is naturally happening in the moment. Sometimes it happens and it shouldn't be happening then, right? That's why you got to notice and understand, is this a time where it should be and it's okay, I need to pay attention? Is this time where it should not be and I need to make some adjustments? Right? That is what you will have noticed as you go through using the energies. Like I said in video 1, the drop is the most difficult part. Learning to notice that you are in a drop, understand which level you drop to, and one or two, because that's where you're going. You're going from whatever one you're in down to a bottom one. Where does it land you? And then what is the process to lift back up to the one you desire to be in? That skill, once you have that skill, you can handle life. Because life is going to give you hard. People you know are going to go through terrible things. You are going to go through hard stuff. You are going to go through amazing stuff. People you know are going to go through amazing stuff. Learning how to be happy for yourself, how to be happy for them, how to handle hard, how to handle beauty and bliss and bounty and all of it, right? The skills in doing all that are what bring the peace in your heart, so that you're not at the mercy of life just making sure your preferences are met to say I have a good life. You have a good life because you wake up each day knowing you have the skill sets to handle whatever comes. Whatever comes that day, I got this. I got this. I have the tools, I have the understanding, and I can show up for me when I need me the most, the majority of the time. You want to have a metric after all this, or during this, depending on if you just watched all these super fast, which I imagine most people would. A great metric to use, I use it myself, is, am I showing up for me when I need me the most, the majority of the time? And the reason why I say the majority is you don't sometimes. But the beauty of those moments, that is when it triggers what you notice, where you get practice for life. Oh, because the thing that makes you do it, typically it's never happened to you before. It's truly almost a wild animal response to a first moment. And the skill in life is learning how to handle new better. And if you practice with it, you understand these energies, you can catch yourself going down and be like, oh, hold on. I don't need to freak out here. That's okay. And then you'll find one day, stuff that used to trigger you hard, you don't even notice it anymore. It's not even work to let it go. And that is the journey of life. Daily life is going to present to you what it has for you to do that day. What's your day look like? What's your work day, family day, personal day, whatever it is? Look at your own personal life. What's your day look like? What has life put in front of you that day to do well? What do you really need to do? And you know what you need to do. And if you don't know, ask. Who can you ask? Right? That is the essence of going. You need to ask me? Send me a message. We'll see what we can do. Okay? Thank you so much for joining me in this 7 Levels of Energy series. I think this is one of the most powerful tools that exists. You will find so many commonalities with 7 levels and the 7 chakras and many different things, right? That's where I believe humanity, our gift is to all say a story that's useful about this same thing in subtly different ways so more and more people can understand in the way that they understand, right? So if this ticks for you, man, you're probably part of my tribe, let me know. If there are any questions, comments, leave them in the comments, please. And I'll see you in the next video series. Thank you.